Negative Death, Assalamu alaikum, Bonjour, Bawuni, Ni Hao, Annyeonghaseyo, um, Sawastai, Ballet. Greetings, 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 everyone. Welcome to Yeah, I Said It. I am your hostess, Kaya, and I am glad to be here today. I hope you are too. I hope you guys are having an amazing weekend so far. Mine's just a little relaxing, a little drink, because I got this pastor, bishop, that been tapping into my energy, trying to get me to come to the church. And I got to move when God say move, so it's kind of making me a little lightheaded, right? So, and a couple other people tapping in, right? Yeah. And I'm noticing that, having your ponytail, when you have heavy hair, because I'm about to take this deep braids out, but it, when your hair is heavy and you have it positioned a certain way on your head, that can be traumatizing to the, the brain, if that make any sense. That's why they say, I guess, you gotta have a certain amount of dreads in your hair, and to make it spiritually effective, something like that. Yeah, you might want to look that up. But yeah, I had to fix my ponytail. So I recommend you guys. I don't recommend. Hey, look, grab your drinks, grab your weed, grab your candles, grab your snacks, grab your phone, your children, your food, whatever you need to make yourself comfortable in the environment you're in to enjoy this video. You go ahead and do that. And I am going to proceed after I get my water. My water. My mouth is dry. I don't understand because all I drink is water and wine. Isn't that funny? Jesus turned, well, just us, turned water into wine, and that's all I drink is water and wine. That's so funny. I didn't look at that until today. Wow, that's so weird. All right, so let me take a pull. Ooh, that was a big one. Okay, take a little sip of my Wizine. Let me blow some smoke in my cup. My glass. Okay, so somebody drinking out of a cup, or will be drinking out of a cup whenever they watch this video. Okay, so let me share my screen. I just ran across this video of this guy, and he he seemed a little all right. So I want to share. Let me see. Share with you guys. Let me take that off. Hold on. Hada. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Please be respectful in the chat. Let me find the video. All right, I had to make sure I was. All right, so I'm in here. All right, so let me click on that. I'm going to be replying. So basically, voicing my opinion. Uh, he made some good points, and I know who I am. And some of you guys know who I am, but a lot of people think I don't. But it is certain things that I don't know because that's just how we are as humans. Sometimes things about us aren't activated until we have interactions with certain types of energies. You got some people that bring out certain things in certain people, and that goes for your skills and your gifts as well. You know, we can activate each other, you know. So let me want to make sure I'm up in here. All right, so I want to voice my opinion, and hope you guys are ready. Hope you grabbed everything that you need. I'm so goofy. All righty. This is my first time listening to him, but I watched it twice before I actually played it. I mean, posted it. So here we go.
Land above us, so much opportunity above us, but as a culture, no matter what we do, we only going to get so far because it's
No,
not
we
set
ain't
up.
got no glass ceiling. How we see it, and we've been here, and we done had every opportunity to get it. How the Mexicans come here and they got all the big trucks and they got the land? We was here for them.
But it kind of makes sense, right? Like, so like I look at myself, right? My mother, 71 years old. She never went to an integrated high school.
And speaking about the Spanish, let me tell you something about them. Okay, shout outs to my poppies and my mommies. They work. They put that work in. Let's be real here. Even if they housewives, the mothers that take care of the home put the work in. They up early in the morning, cooking, cleaning, even outside of their house. Some of them, depending on what block they live on, but they do at least do their steps, or in front of their door. But they put that work in. I went to school with a lot of people from Venezuela, and they was cheating to get to keep the scholarships. I probably would have did the same thing being their age. Who knows? I would have felt bad though, because I wasn't good with. I never felt good about cheating growing up, and I've done it before, but I didn't feel good, and I felt like I was cheating myself out of knowledge. So yeah, let's move forward. So the Spanish people, they have it because they work for it and they know how to stick together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they got Puerto Rican Spanish people that hate and jealousy too. But for the most part, when it comes to outsiders, oh, they're going to stick together, and that's our problem. We always letting outsiders in. You know. All right.
So I'm 37, and I'm only one generation from Jim Crow.
Yeah. They had land though. Grandmama and mama and them had land.
Facts.
We forfeited the land.
Got you.
Yeah, see, we didn't pay the taxes, and we didn't want to stay in the country. We didn't want to stay in the rural areas. So we had land.
Yeah.
All this land here used to be niggas.
Right.
We used to have tractors. We used to have cows. We used to have chickens. We used to have everything the Mexicans got.
Cause I seen somebody brought the analogy at one time that when you look at Mexicans or Hispanics or Cubans, you can even say Haitians or Jamaicans and Africans, every other ethnicity that came here on their own, a few was able to come here, get established, bring the rest, they move in together, they build their own communities because it was by choice that they came here. But as you say, the nigga nation was snatched and robbed and brought here. And then, you enslaved 400 years, white people were able to get free labor. So, of course, they're going to be ahead.
And he right about that. Like when he was saying how our ancestors and our grandparents were our ancestors. Some of our grandparents are still living, great grands, and what they did was they left everything. They left everything. I mean, other than what they destroyed. But we talking about before Martin Luther King. Because that slavery thing, it ain't making, it's not making no sense to me. Is crap. And my aunt clearly stated out of her mouth, and this is the side of the family that's related to Nat Turner. Okay. And she said, and she was belligerent when she said it. We did not come over here on no slavery shit. And that's when I was telling her that I wanted to move to Gambia. So she definitely was. She was like, whatever you can do over there, you can do it over here for our people. You know what I mean? And then that made me feel bad. Like, Dad, she right. She have a point. Let me start where I'm from first. You know, I just didn't want to because, I felt like Africa needed us more. But when I started learning, Africa don't need us. They going through the same thing we going through. We all need to get rid of them, meaning push them out. We don't have to kill them or fight them. Just push them out. Just deal with each other. And, you know, it's not going to happen. Maybe 30 years from now, yeah. But we're planting that seed. And that's how it started back then. They said things, and now look at us. So that's the same here. So we're just basically, making that mark, and hopefully they'll be able to, carry the baton. But I remember in my family, when somebody would pass away, I can name off of the top of my head 5 family members that passed away, and nobody took the property. That's why I said, you know what, let me come here and I'll take it. But if it's gonna be a game about it, they can have this. And excuse my French, because I know I'm stopping for cursing, but I mean this from the bottom of my heart. They can have this shit. Because me personally, I wouldn't. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the house really any renovation, yes. But me personally, I would never have paid my money and picked this kind of house. So I wouldn't give a fuck in the end of the motherfucking day. But I said, you know what? Let me step up, because I'm kind of angry at myself that I wasn't wise enough to take this property. But people in the family knew that I was wild and I was out there and I was making money. So it wasn't like I could, even though I was being a hoe and a whore, that doesn't mean that I did not have the funds to afford. It's, you know what I'm saying? To maintain that property. So you would think that somebody in the family would come to me like, look, you ain't got no kids, you take care of your stuff. You know what I mean? You're barely home. Look, won't you take care of this property? Won't you go here, you can have this. But nobody did that because the jealousy, hatefulness. But guess what? I'm always good, and no matter what, I always still had better than them. Period. Period. My family, they can't do nothing with me. That's why they don't deal with me, and I don't deal with them. Some I don't deal with, and some don't deal with me. Boom, bam. But I'm not for it. Out of here. I got nothing but good taste. You got me chopped. I'm Leo all around the board, all 3 corners. Period. I'm that whole triangle. Both of my parents are Leos. Let's play here. Let's play. I get emotional because it don't make no goddamn sense that these people are so older and they so god stupid and so jealous. And people don't care. They if you look, if they not gonna be there, they don't want you to get there. And even if they are there, they think you don't supposed to sit at the table with them. But I got people now begging, shrewdly begging for me to sit for them to sit at my table. But see, the thing is, they wanted to sit at my table, but want me to sit with them. Isn't that some kind of is that? So that they can control me. That would never, and I mean that on my soul. I would have to lose my goddamn mind. It would never happen because I would roll out. I don't care what church it is. I will get up and roll out. Period. And God gonna let me know if it's okay. And I will roll out. Because I don't need nobody. I got God. God been doing everything for me. And God will put those people. God brings those people. So if God didn't, if those people, if put it like this, if the people would have came, if they wouldn't have showed up because God didn't ordain it. Basically, if I in my mind I'm saying it one way, but it's coming out. But you know what I mean? I'm saying God ordered that step. So man don't get credit, not from me. So I don't need nobody. But would I like this and would I like that? Would I, yes, I would like, interaction with people, help from people, da 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 da. Yeah, 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 yeah. But I don't need, let's get that clear. I've been straight. Everything I ever been through was all my traumas, all that shit was by myself. Nobody. Nobody. And if they was there, they were the ones that were hurting me. Period. So like I said, you feel me? I get passionate, I get emotional. Yes, I'm very emotional. My middle finger really high. That sun. Like I said, I'm that triangle. Hmm. Anyway, let's move forward. But it just hurt me. And then when my great grandfather, when he was living, that's the one that he's the reason why we migrated up to Philadelphia because uh and plus he, my great grandmother, y'all been tuning in, my great grandmother name is Cinderella. Now you all of a sudden everybody talking about Cinderella. I swear y'all people y'all ain't driving me nuts. Y'all just not, y'all just driving yourself to hell. You know what I mean? But anyway, now everybody want to talk about Cinderella. But my great grandmother name is Cinderella Theodosia Hedgebeck. And she got with my great grandfather, and he's West Indian, and he was black as hell. Okay, and she's like really really light, and they just, I guess we had slaves or something, but he worked for the railroad, so I'm not understanding that. I'm a little confused, but I got some paperwork um of them voting or something like that, it made my heart sing. But I got some old paperwork from like 1900 something, 1918, something like that, right? So he killed a couple of crackers and then they fleed up here. So he changed his name. So I don't even know if Palmer is our last name. But my aunt said we was related to Kiki Palmer. We got a couple of celebrities, but our family the type that they come up and they forget about everybody else. And I don't want to be that one in my family. I want to look out for the ones that I deal with, and then they can look out for whoever else, like the ones that I don't. But I'm not dealing with them. You know what I mean? And it's not that I They being disrespectful, y'all. They gonna click me on up out of there. Let me rewind it and see where it stopped. Y'all don't know me too well. I got all day. I'm off today. I just didn't watch it because I felt like anyway. Let's move forward. But it just hurt me. And then when my great grandfather, when he was living. Okay, so I was saying about my great grandfather when he was living, I could have got that house, but my cousin that passed away, she the house I'm in now, she died in September. She lied and told her grandmother, and she lied and told her that I was doing acid, and I never to this day I don't even know what acid looked like. So for her to lie on me like that was real shady, and she did that just so I can't get the house because she wanted to really be down there, but they couldn't stay at that house because she was a troublemaker and she was about to get rolled on, and she didn't want to get beat the hell up because they would have really did some damage to her. Okay, and yeah, so I end up she and my aunt end up getting on the bus late at night. Now, what if something would have happened to her? She was in her 60s at the time. You know what I mean? What if, excuse me, that's confirmation or deliverance. So she didn't even care about that. She just cared about getting me out that house because she was jealous, you know? And that's jealousy is crazy. But that's all right. She can be jealous in the spiritual world now. But the guy was saying something about change, and I feel as though anything can change. You heard how the boy he sounded. He didn't even sound like he had any faith. He had no faith. But hey, I'm here to give the world hope. God is real. It's not a joke. Trust me. The names might be mixed up, y'all, but that energy is, I swear to God, on my soul, and I care, okay? I care about me. It's real. It's definitely real. So let's move forward, all right? I want to keep it in here because they clicked me out and I didn't even know that they did that. So I got to keep my eye on this, you guys.
Coveralls driving a tractor. We start conking our hair. Remember, we start conking our hair. We start wearing zoot suits. The jazz era. We stopped wanting to be country boys. We stopped wanting to work on the farm. Remember, we used to be construction men. We start wanting to be fly guys. So it ain't like we didn't have opportunity in this land and opportunity. We start wanting color televisions. We start wanting Cadillacs. We stopped wanting chickens. Then Dr. King come along, right?
Right.
Dr. King say, at first they started out saying, we got our own neighborhood. We got our own stores. We want equal protection. We want y'all to stop coming burning our stuff down like y'all done Wall Street.
Right.
We want equal justice, equal protection, equal rights, and equal justice under the law is what the rights started out becoming. They went and found a dynamic preacher who could speak real good, and they changed the narrative to integration, segregation, desegregation. Let's go join them, Dr. King said. That's when we lost. Let's go join them. Let's go eat at their restaurants. Let's ride they bus. Let's go to they schools. That's what we started fighting for. So when they said, okay.
And remember, people always want what they can't have. We always want what we can't have. I wouldn't have wanted that. I would have been like, F them. Let us stay in our lane. Because how I am now, and I could tell, because I always been like that. Like I always been in my lane. I always been that type. I never really been like a follower unless it seemed good, unless it was fun. You know what I'm saying? or something like that. And there's times where I went out and like, all right, I'll go out with y'all, and then and it's a fight, and I'm mad, like, you know. And it got to the point where I said, you know what? It's always a fight when I go out with these people. They always start in trouble. I ain't going out with them no more. I stopped going out with them. Plus, I'm the one that's buying them and treating. Like, wait a minute, I'm not paying. This is not the kind of entertainment I want to pay for. Not spend my money on. You know, in that case, I'd be going to go see fights and stuff like that. I don't like stuff like that. I used to watch fights when I was smaller because you know, like I said, Sam Solomon is my great cousin. So, you know, I girls wasn't allowed in the gym, but when my daddy would take me to go see him, he would come to the door, or we'll be in the bed, they'll sneak me in there, but I couldn't be in there long. But my dad would put me on his shoulders and have me looking through the window and watching him train people, you know, for just a little while, not real long. You know what I'm saying? So, like, come on now. Like, anyway, let me move forward.
Hey, y'all can eat at our restaurants. We go take the signs down. Oh, yay. We stopped eating at Mud Hill, John, and started going over there across the railroad track eating it there. So now Mud Hill and them, Big Shirley and them opening up their spots, but we don't want to eat at their spots. The white folks wasn't fighting to eat.
And he right. What was our ancestors thinking? And I asked God that, and I got a tap on my right shoulder when I said that. And they told me to write, wait a minute, I put my glasses on. They told me to write, they told me to write, I won't get in trouble. All right. Oh my God. Oh, because I said, guess our ancestors love spit, and they didn't like that when I said that, right? My ancestors was, yo, they was in the room like, hell no, yo, I heard them all, like, literally, like, right? So they gave me the okay where indoors for big picture. So they knew that the people were spitting in their food, but what they're saying is they was thinking about the big picture. You know, they thought that, you know, doing that would change things, and it did. Look at us now. You know, so my ancestors immediately checked me. You think they immediately check y'all? Oh, trust me. They handles me too. I promise that. So hey, anyway, let's move forward.
At our places, we was fighting to abandon our businesses. We didn't want to go to our school. We felt go to day school because Dr. King said, let's go join him.
Spend my dollar in the community. So people will argue that it wasn't that Dr. King was trying to end Black businesses and integrate as far as abandon our own. It was more so that the laws were saying we couldn't go here.
Well, the laws was okay. We shouldn't have been worried about not going there. Dr. King.
He's right. We shouldn't have been worried about that. Mind your God business. Mind your blank D business. And that's how they used to curse before they was cursing. Mind your blank D business. The blank is the O. Okay? Mind your God biz, you know, D business. The gap right there. Mind God business. Mind God business. Okay? Again, mind God business. All right, so move forward.
King didn't know what he was doing, homie. He was a 25-year-old Southern Baptist preacher that had a bunch of people telling him this. Now, always remember, he wasn't popular with that belief in the beginning. They thought he was crazy. What the fuck wrong with you, nigga? You a troublemaker. And even the old Black people thought he was crazy. Why would you want to go eat at their restaurants? You know how they go do it. Yeah. They go spit in our food. Why you want to go over there, nigga? You crazy. We don't want to live next door to white people, nigga. You know white folk kill us. So they thought he was crazy. That was his dream. That wasn't for us.
Right.
We wasn't supposed to be paying him no goddamn mind. That was his dream. I have a dream that one day we would hold him. He wanted to hold white folk hand. Black folks didn't want to do that. They gave us him. They picked him. So he pushed.
But sorry, I was smoking. But God is God, and God is amazing, right? Despite of all that, it was still good that He did that. It was still good, definitely. I thank Him for that. But it's like, dang, what if we would have tried another way? Basically saying, what if we would have tried what He's talking about? What if we would have tried minding our own God the business? What if we would have minded our own business? Yep, that's confirmation. God even saying it. We would have been cool if we would have minded our business, stayed and worried about our tribe and nobody else.
The narrative,
Gotcha.
not knowing the consequences. Toward the end of his life, he told Harold Belafonte, I think I led my people into a burning building. We shouldn't have never, we was getting hit upside our head, homie, just to sit at their counter. We don't want you in here, nigga. Why, homie? For what? So what if they don't let us in there? Nigga, we don't want, white folk can't cook no way.
Right.
Nigga, who want to go eat a white person's apple pie? Fuck that, nigga, please. That was his dream because his grandmother told him when he was a little bitty boy, he couldn't play with that white boy. That was his dream all his life. So they took his dream and made it ours, and it became a nightmare. We go take the signs down. Just go out there and tell them something. Go out there and tell them. So when they invited him and 6 or 7 preachers in the Oval Office, hey man, go down. You got all these niggas up here on the mall office. God damn it, King, you said you wouldn't listen. They out here. Man, tell them we'll take the signs down. Just tell them. Just tell them we'll take the signs down. Okay, he went out there, man. They go, well, I have a dream. We got macked on and played on. He was funded. The Jews had king. So no, homie, it's deeper than that. So that's the worst thing that happened to us was his dream. We should have been saying, fuck they sign. Nigga, they can keep the laws all they want to. We want equal protection under the law. We don't care about no sign that say no colors.
People magazine a while ago.
It should be some signs say no white people.
I mean, a lot of white people feel like kind of what's been happening with the whole Black Lives Movement that has been like an inverse on them.
Well, Black Lives Matter is a gay movement. It ain't a black movement. They say they there for the LGBT rights. They don't ever kick up dust for injustices in the courtroom, wrongful niggas killing niggas. So they where they at now? And it's been killing like a motherfucker. Yeah. They ain't there for Tuka mama. They ain't there for FBG Duck now, mama. They ain't there for no rappers mamas now. Yeah. So just think about what attention they would get if the Black Lives Matter movement was doing the same thing when niggas killed niggas. Boy, they'll stop damn near black on black kill. If my tone bother you, then you full of shit. Right?
Yep.
How can you listen to?
I say that too, because in the end of the day, I done been on both sides. I've been on the goody two-shoe side, meaning when I was sanctified in 2006, okay, when I first got saved, let me tell you something. I didn't curse, I didn't drink, I didn't do anything. And I dealt with people. So, you know what I'm saying? And I still didn't knock people for how they behave. It had nothing to do with me, how they talk and how they behave. I'm focused on what can I learn? What can I get out of what you said? I don't care how you said it. You know what I mean? That's just how you communicate. And that's people the excuse for not wanting to learn or not wanting to listen to you because of their own little selfish, stupid reasons. And then they end up messing up for themselves. Because one thing about me that I learned about my gift in my life, I do not come across nobody for nothing. That's like, say for instance, I walk in and I'm out in the hood, I'm out in the streets, and I run into this man. Okay. Well, no, I would say, well, the way, all right, how about this? Because it's hard to explain this gift, right? When I'm out, everywhere I go is designed, basically. Everything is orchestrated. the people that I run into are people that I need to give a word to or I need to receive something from. And I've learned that. So it's not everybody, it's certain people. So when I'm around a lot of people, I try to focus and key on who am I here for? Because I know I wouldn't be standing here for nothing. Because one thing about space, you're not there for nothing. You're there for a reason. Space is not on space when it's something there is being occupied. Okay, that's a dresser. You might not think that that dresser isn't occupied because you can't hear that dresser, but it's being occupied. You know what I mean? It's attracting certain things. Like that's like when you get insects, right? Certain insects are like, all right, like oh, for instance, bed bugs. When bed bugs are my metaphors be crazy. When you got bed bugs, right? They're in certain spots. Bed bugs are for beds, right? They are attracted to that material from the bed, and that material is alive. If that makes any sense. Oh my God. All right. So that made me forget what the hell I was saying, trying to break it down to y'all. But yeah.
Rap music and that tone. Fuck you,
Okay.
nigga.
So it's about being in that space. No space is every space is relevant. Every space is relevant. Even the empty space. Because it's sending that energy. Why I say it in it sound like a damn computer. Wow. But that energy is given a frequency for that creation. So it's orbit, thank you God. So it's something orbit. And that orbit is somehow giving you that thought to create something to put there. If that make any sense to y'all. All right, let me stop getting deep. All right. I'm getting ahead of
Kill this bitch suck. How can that tone not bother you? How can you listen to a tone of a man that you know nothing about, right? And it's all this public information about me on Google about who I really am, what I really do in real life.
Gotcha.
So what I mean by most people, if they're offended by my tone, they full of shit. I thought actions speak louder than words. I don't shoot up blocks. I don't sell drugs. I'm not known for messing with children. There's no paperwork on me for snitching. I'm a father. You see what I'm saying? A real. So I thought actions speak louder than words. So all of these people are caught up into this unrealistic world where they'll let a stranger who they know nothing about allow his tone to offend them and be okay with every other thing out in society. There's one particular person's tone. You will overlook what he really does in real life. But
right, because he had a point too with them rappers. Like, I suck my dick, I fuck you up and da, 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 da. You can accept that, you can listen to that. But I'm sitting here cursing, but I'm educating you and you offended. What? What's the real reason? What's really good? Right. I'm just saying.
You will let someone get on there and trick you with the right tone. And there'll be a woman beater. There'll be a child molester. But they got the right tone.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? So most people are full of shit. So I don't give a fuck about tone.
That part. And I keep trying to stretch that, but I don't say it like he say it. You know what I'm saying? But that's real. You worried about this or that, but at least I ain't out here stealing. I'm not going to try to direct nobody the wrong way. I'm not being malicious. I'm not doing nothing that is unethical. Period. I'm not doing it. Nobody is worth that. Like I worked too hard to get the Holy Ghost and keep this. I've been holding on to this for a long time. And I ain't been letting it go. Period. To give it a who. You got me stuck. So you saying that I want to fuck up my ticket to go to heaven. I got my ticket. My seat is reserved. You feel me? And I ain't here to play. I'm trying to help y'all. You feel me? I'm straight. I'm good. You feel me? Wake up.
Tone, because my actions are still the same.
Got you. The reason I bring that up, right? Like, you know, with a text message.
Yeah.
sometimes we can misinterpret what the text message is saying.
And you know what's so funny? Of course, I'm always being copied. I am your trendsetter. I'm gonna keep on saying it. Now everybody want to talk about how they talk where everybody can understand. Bullshit. Everybody was talking these big ass words, trying to sound the fuck important, trying to fucking sound like they somebody with some goddamn money they don't have. Yeah, I cursed. I couldn't help that shit because I mean it. Bullshit. Now everybody talking with everybody. I always talked like that. I wasn't that educated. So of course I always talk where a fucking 5-year-old can fucking understand. Now I say it in my videos now to everybody else. And it's crazy because I don't even have these many views. So how the fuck am I even getting around to these people? How are these people even able to even copy me when they're not even around me, but they got access? I'm confused here. Let me move forward.
Because we're reading it with what we think their tone is when typing it. When we see a person in person, we look at their facial expressions and we listen to the fluctuations of the voice to kind of understand.
And you shouldn't do that. You should always pay attention, half and half. My mom always told me, believe half of what you see and half of what you hear. Because I'm one of them people, you can't look at me in my face because I always look serious. And everything I feel is on my face, but I be feeling something else totally different. So I'm not the person where you want to look me in my motherfucking face and tell and think you're going to interpret something. You'll be dead ass misled. I'm gonna tell you right now. So just do this. Believe what the hell I'm telling you, because that's what I mean. Period. And you'll be fine. But the moment you pay attention to my facial gestures, you are all thrown off, offended, hurt, and all the above. Moving forward. Let me start cursing again.
CJ, go get that newspaper in the backseat for me. Leave that right there. Stop that. No, leave that right there. Go get that newspaper for me. I want everybody to see this because you make a valid point. I've lost a lot of people, but I haven't lost the politicians.
And that's another thing. I gotta do me. I can't just sit there and, like I feel like I'm on pins and needles because I know certain people watching me. No, fuck that. I'm gonna talk the way I need to talk to express myself. You don't have to tune the fuck in. Everybody ain't for every fucking body. Eventually, I will stop cursing. But for now, this is how the hell I'm talking. I just can't help it. I don't want to help it. I want to be me because you know why? God still blessed me. God still gave me the Holy Ghost cursing and all of that. Right. So, again, he's made a point about Martin Luther King. The reason why he was doing all that and led the people to destruction is because he was young and all those elders was all up in his ear trying to tell him what to do. Wait a minute, but he's the one that's anointed and gifted. So how you gonna try to tell this man what to do with his gift? And look what happened. Malcolm X. Same damn thing. I'm not the fuck listening to y'all. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do, and I know God's voice, and I know when God want me to stop doing something. And if not, He'll deal with me, and then I know for real, and then I won't do it no more. So that's how the fuck that's gonna go down. I mean, I can't help it. I'm sorry. See, that's what I'm saying about me. I can't be fake. It just I can do it for a little while, and then after a while, a bitch got to bust out. I can't fucking do it. I have to stay in my lane, period. And then in the end of the day, the videos that I wasn't cursing on, as soon as I got off the video, I was cursing like a fucking sailor. So no, I'm not with that. I'm not with the fake shit. I don't give a fuck. You ain't gotta listen to me. I don't give a fuck. But I'm still gonna put my good information up, period.
Attorneys. I haven't lost the police chiefs. Because they see the real person based on the action.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? So when I had the right tone, I think I started really doing public speaking. I really started doing the motivational speaking. That's what I started out doing all around the country, working on legislation and laws as a youth advocate, doing youth justice. I wore a bow tie every day. I wouldn't dare cuss. I didn't have dreads. I was very clean cut, and I was traveling around the country. When I had the right tone, man, people wasn't paying attention to what I was trying to get people to pay attention to. When I had the right tone, right? And
I said that in the previous video. It's funny too because certain things. That's how I learned how to transmute and use. That's what forced me to use and transmute negative energy, because it was like motherfuckers would play with me. Oh, she pretty. Oh, she's small. And then they would be trying to play games. And then when I stepped into that lion suit, you feel me? Then it was a whole different fucking story. You feel me? Like, nah. Like, no, 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 no. Nah. Wait a minute. I forgot what the other point. Wait a minute. What he was saying? Wait a minute. Hold on. That last point.
If Martin Luther King and Malcolm X were alive today, people would pay them no attention because
Right. So I learned that I learned how to transmute, because I was like, wait a minute. When I get angry, I get what I want. But it was only at certain times, certain places, certain people. So then I had to start, I wouldn't say master, okay? Because you never know yourself. If you're always surprising yourself, then you don't know you, right? And like I always say, if you're not using that 100% capacity of your brain, you don't know you. You just know of you, right? So, you know, I learned that, okay, so when I know when to get aggressive. And then I know, so it took a lot of, fights and things like that, arguments to test and to learn, my gift, you know. So I had to train myself, and I didn't know who to go to. That's why I said, oh, thank you guys for saying that too, because I wanted to correct that. Because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings and make nobody feel no type of way. When I was said in previous videos ago that nobody taught me nothing. When I said that, I learned from everybody. When I said learn, meaning nobody on YouTube helped me get the Holy Ghost, meaning to tap into my Kundalini, to open that up. Nobody online helped me do that, because I already did that in 2007. So when I said that, that's what I meant. Like, nobody taught me how to do that. And my magic, no, I just got online and started finding these people, because I started going through a lot of spiritual things, and nobody could tell me or explain to me what I was going through and what I'm seeing and stuff like that. So that's when I started surfing. So then I'm like, oh God, that sounds like what I'm going through. That sounds like what I can relate to that. So that's how, how that thing is going with me and on these channels and stuff. I go on Black Magic channel because it's people that come on his show for good information. I don't care about him or nothing like that. And he don't care about me either. He worried about stealing content and and getting money and helping, the people that come on his show to hustle y'all too. You feel me? That's it. Period. Let's be real here. Out of here, that. Don't tell that shit to somebody else. I see all that shit. Y'all should know it. So whatever. I said it. Yeah, I said it.
of their tone. Because of their tone. The keys over there. Because of their tone. No, here they are. Because of their tone, right?
Right.
Farrakhan. Young people we don't listen to Farrakhan because of their tone. We don't listen to the pastors because of they don't have the tone that we have.
And that's another thing I said in a previous video. When I'm in church, I need for that pastor to talk like when TD Jakes get hyped, or like Brenda Cupperson. Um, you guys, yeah, you guys, y'all got to tune into her. She is the one who pre-activated me, and when I say pre-activated, means she prepped me for the activation. Meaning that's my church, but we had, how other churches come to your church, and another pastor had came to our church, a Spanish pastor, and that's when I received the speaking of the tongue. You know what I'm saying? So, but I had already caught the Holy Ghost, but the evidence was the speaking of the tongues, and that was the combinedness of the Spanish and the black. Ooh, I ain't look at it like that till just now. Well, ain't that about an itch? Huh. Hey, thank you, God. Look at that. But yeah, so I caught the, Holy Ghost, but the church members don't believe you until they hear that tongue, and I got the tongue under him. So that's why I said pre, because it wasn't all together at, you know what I mean? It wasn't like I had the Holy Ghost and spoken tongues, you know, but it was still in that same church. So if you guys want to get activated in that Kundalini, because she just a little nice lady. Like she just a little too humble for me, you know. Like, but she got her little sassy way. It's like strewed and like it gets you. You know what I mean? And if you have integrity, you'll be like, dang, she right. You know what I'm saying? If it replies to you, you know. And not only that, she had the anointing to um bliss you with knowledge, education, knowledge. She has that anointing. Every child in that church, I can't name one child when I was there that wasn't smart. So, yeah. So, different people do different things. Different churches do healing and things like that. I never really paid attention to what the church does because I was so busy trying to, tap in, tap, tap, tap in. You feel me? And keep it. So, and I didn't want nobody to think I was trying to, do anything because, the bishop is my cousin, through my husband. So I didn't want to hear nobody thinking I'm dick ride and all of that because I don't do that. So, I give people credit. I'm a hype person, like, oh yeah, like, oh my God, I love to praise people, make them feel good. You're supposed to do that, that's what we're supposed to be doing to one another, uplifting each other. That shit, that works with a person's ego because you don't know what a person going through. And if I said it, then apparently their ego needed to be stroked. Because, like I said, I'm not around people for nothing. I'm not nowhere for nothing. I know it's for a reason. And I had to learn that. And you should too.
So
And with that, it'll stop you from going to places you have no business being. Okay. Even though you still be trying, because I know I do. I'd be like, ooh, I want to go to that bar, but I'm like, nah, I can't. I can't. I can't.
what made
And
me
if I do, not that one, shoot, you gotta go to something classy. You feel me?
change my tune, right? What made me change my tune is because I was in the community, homie, with the children saying, look at our young brother. And this in the hood, right in stop six. I was saying, look at our young brother, don't do that. My words would bounce off. Say, look out, come on, brother, don't do that. Say, come on, little homie, don't do that. And then one day, the old man who we all call Pops came in and said, say, boy, if you don't sit your ass down somewhere, nigga, say, what the fuck wrong with you? Say, nigga, sit down some goddamn well, like you should. So I saw how they responded to that. I was offended by how he was talking to children because I didn't grow up being cursed at by adults, right? I didn't grow up in that environment. So I was very offended, but nobody's gonna say nothing to the old man. But nigga, we in the heart of stop six. So when the mothers come in to pick them up and we say what he done, the mama say, boy, I'm gonna beat your goddamn, I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass. So I see how I'm observing, right?
Right.
I'm learning. So when we walk the kids home and we say, hey, we want to take the kids on a field trip, and the mama look at them, why you got them goddamn shoes on? Get in the goddamn house, put some shoes on. I ain't tell you look like that. So I saw how they talk to their children in the hood, homie. So on the way to school, I'm listening to K104.
Let me tell you something. I don't care what you talking about, who you doing, what with, whatever, whatever. I'm just like this. Sorry, y'all. See, and people call me petty, like, girl, you worry about the dumbest stuff. No, I don't worry about the pettiest stuff. If it means something to me, it means something to God. Period. All right. So you see how that young man just gave him that paper, and he was trying to stay out of the camera because he didn't want to nobody to really see his face because he didn't want nobody to have nothing to say about him being a servant at that moment. But do you see how he never even said thank you to him passing him that paper? I don't like shit like that. I would have been like, you welcome. I don't give a damn. That could have been me. You welcome. Because growing up, my mother was the type where she give us a snack or give us something and we don't say thank you. And I used to hate that when I used to put it in my mouth and she'll snatch it. And I'm looking at her like, what the fuck? She like, you ain't say thank you. And then I'll say thank you. And then and she still wouldn't give it to me. Because at first when she was teaching me, she would give it to me. You know what I mean? But after she felt like I should know by now, I wouldn't get it. I'm not giving you nothing. Of course, she probably was in a bad mood, or sometimes she just got sick of that because it's annoying. Don't do that. That's not how you treat somebody. He's not a servant, number one, but he just was nice enough to serve you, to make things convenient for you. So all you had to do was take one of those curse words out of your mouth and give him a goddamn thank you. Shit. We ain't did shit for him. We ain't give him that motherfucking paper to help him proceed in educating us on something. Everything matters. Everything, everybody matters.
I'm listening to 97.9. I'm listening to the topics of conversation that Black radio have on the airplay as we're taking our children to school, and they know our kids in the car, right? So I'm looking at shows like Empire. I'm visiting people's households and I'm seeing them in their children.
I'm sorry, I just still got to go on about it because God just said I could say, that's like, you know, some people might probably say, oh, well, they know I mean thank you. I always say thank you. Well, no, so what? But you always asking them to do something for you. So if you don't want to keep saying thank you, don't keep asking. If you don't want to continue saying thank you 20 times, that's the number God gave you. So 20 might be for somebody, right? So if you asking me 20 times, then you should be thanking me 20 times. If you don't feel like thanking me 20 times, then you shouldn't ask me to do shit for you 20 times. Period.
All watching Love and Hip Hop Reunion. And it's some vulgar. So, man, what's wrong with my tone? But when I was speaking like this, homie, this is a law school. When I was in law school, this right here says Charleston White from courtroom to role model in 180-degree turn. This is on the front page of the most prestigious law schools in North Texas. I was on the front page paper of the American Bar Association Journal. I've gone to the Supreme Court and worked to get juvenile life without parole abolished in this country. When I was speaking, trying to tell everybody, say, man,
big house to Charleston. That's mad. That's awesome. That is mad awesome. Like literally, we need more people like that. It's just not my destiny, at the moment. But it's other people's. So act. Ooh, excuse me. Affirmation or deliverance. Tap in, y'all. Tap in. That's for somebody. Maybe that's that person with that 20. The number 20 go to. I don't know.
These are one of the only countries that'll lock children up. Man, they would ignore. Didn't nobody pay me no attention. But then Eddie Murphy came with the movie Dolomite. Came out on Netflix.
Yeah.
I grew up believing Dolomite was real. I didn't know Rudy Ray Moore was playing Dolomite. I didn't know he really went to the streets and recorded what people said in the streets, went home and created a character. When I saw that a light came on, I said, aha. So I started listening out in the hood to different shit. Damn stupid motherfucker. That's how niggas talk to each other in the hoods. That's how mothers talk to the nigga they dating. Nigga, if you don't get your lazy ass up, nigga, you fucking with all them bitches you behind. So all I'm doing is repeating everything I done heard in the hood. And it offend y'all. But when I was doing this, I've been on every publication you can think of. The Texas Tribune, Dallas Observer, Houston Chronicles, Fort Worth Star. You can't, this within the last 8 to 10 years. As recently to Walter Cronkite School, News 21 just last year, the biggest journalism school in the world. So when I was talking like that, wasn't nobody paying me no attention. But then when I started speaking the language of the people, fuck you, nigga, bitch, hoe, suck my dick. That's how we talk to one another. So now the tone offends y'all. Men, y'all full of shit. You can cut it off now.
Look, see how you talking to him and acting? I don't like people that act like that. I don't like that. Nah, you can turn it off now. Still say thank you. You know what I mean? But we basically gave them this planet. This is crazy. We just handed it right on over to them, my ancestors especially. Because like I said, that Indian fresh in my blood. You feel me? We ain't talking about 10 generations here. My great grandmother's full blooded. So I'm darn surely not talking. And they went under black, and that's all right. That's okay. But what else? It was our way of trying to be oppressed, trying not. Oh, so it was our ancestors' way of trying not to be oppressed. When I was talking about the property, so I wanted to catch up on the questions that I had written down. Statements.
So, I get what you're saying, but I kind of look at it like sports, right? When you have a team, you understand your players when you're the coach.
Yeah.
You know, with some players, you light a fire under their ass, get your ass up, let's go. You cuss their ass out, and it motivates them.
Yeah.
But then you have some players on your team that talk don't work for them. In fact, it shuts them down.
I'm not trying to motivate black people. I don't give a fuck about black people. Because when I was working on laws and legislation, when I was going to city council every Tuesday for a year and a half straight, I ain't see black people down there fighting for black people. When I'm down in them juvenile detention centers, I don't see black organizations down there with them kids. From Gainesville, Giddens, Mart, Brownwood, Ron Jackson, Cottrell House, McFadden Ranch. I don't see these black people, so I don't give a fuck about black people, homie. I created a program called Helping Young People Excel. What I say on the internet don't stop me from working on capital murder cases.
And look, I totally agree with him 1,000% when he stated, when it comes to children, first of all, children are innocent. Okay, you teach them to be evil, right? Liars and stuff like that, because we all know that my mom taught me how to lie, right? So little lies, but them little lies and what's seen to be innocent can turn. Because what's in the word innocence is nothing but hoops and turns, correct? Right. So he's doing good. I like what he's doing. And I kind of feel him on that. Like, I don't care about, I don't care about who don't care. And that's probably what he meant, but the ancestor said I can't speak for him, you know. So, but I be talking like that. Oh, I don't care, but I do be caring. I do care, but when I say I don't care, it's not going to stop me. It's not going to hinder me. I'm going to stay in my lane. I'm going to keep doing what I need to do, and I'm going to get what I need to get done. So you look, that I don't care can be a whole sentence, a whole plan. My I don't care. My I don't care can be a whole goddamn plan, like a whole layout of solutions, and so maybe that's where he coming from. But if he didn't care, then he wouldn't be doing what he's doing. But basically, I feel like he's just saying that, which he did say, he's just focused on the youth. He don't care about when he say people, meaning the grown-ups. I got to break it down for people who, just in case some people can't understand, what he's saying. Maybe they can understand what I'm saying. So I can just break it down like that, right? Right.
I'm partnering with a judge right now. Shout out to Lisa Pampin, an attorney getting ready to run for a judge. I helped get the mayor elected in my city. You think I give a fuck who offended? None of y'all have done this work. None of y'all have joined in when I say, hey, man, we got a kid just getting out the juvenile detention center, and I put it on my YouTube channel, and we show up here at Boss Talk 1-on-1, and he come in here and pick out whatever no black people is with me. So who give a fuck about motivating them, homie, when they don't wake up and make their beds? These same black people are unmotivated when they look in the mirror. So how the fuck I'm gonna motivate these niggas? These same black people hate the person they had a baby with. How the fuck I'm gonna motivate them? And they hate their baby mama. They hate their baby daddy. They resent their own mothers and fathers. How am I gonna motivate them people? I stay focused on the children, because Frederick Douglass said it is much easier to create strong children than it is.
Yo, he meant that shit. Look how he pointed that finger. Hold on. Yo, he meant that shit, yo.
It's much easier to create strong children than it is to repair broken men. That's the fuck wrong with black people. They stuck trying to repair all these old broken ass men when they own mothers and fathers. How I'm gonna motivate them people? I stay focused on the children because Frederick Douglass said it is much easier to create strong children than it is to repair broken men. That's the fuck wrong with black people. They stuck trying to repair all these old broken ass men when they come home from prison, when they stop gang.
Right. You try to help, and he right. That's what I was saying because I watched it like 2 times, like I said. So before I shared it with you guys, so I just wanted to, write down some stuff. I wanted to make some sense. I didn't want to just put it, but it kind of it caught my attention, and I don't know, it caught my attention. So um, I feel what he's saying. I really really do, and the children. They are so like adults, it's like they don't know. Like they don't know something. So you train them, right? And once they know one little, two little things, they start trying to dictate and curse you out and get an attitude and want to be argumentative. Like they know everything. And no, you're wrong. Like, wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. Hold it. Freeze. You feel me? Freeze, nigga, freeze. You feel me? Like what the fuck? So they'll also like you'll teach them and then they'll try to take over it. And and no, that's not the plan. That's not no, 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 no. Just learn. It's okay to just shut the fuck up and learn. It's okay. You probably never did it a day in your life because you probably was the type that ran your goddamn mouth in school. I know I did. I talk in my damn sleep, goddamn it. Like, pray for me, y'all. I talk in my damn sleep. I never shut up. My mom hate that shit about me. But see, now she don't know. I make sense stuff. See, now I learned talking too much is when you talking a whole bunch of gibberish and a whole bunch of bullshit, worried about this celebrity and that celebrity, talking all that grovel shit. Okay? Shit is doo-doo, okay? So that's not a curse word. All right? So I feel him on that.
Bang when they old, trying to get
Yo,
their
don't
life
he look like the Wayans and with a little mixture of T.I.? It's so funny.
together at 40. That's why these women gotta go on the girls' night out and suck pussy all the time. Cause these niggas is just now getting their life together and they just getting to be repaired. I went inside a juvenile facility, homie, that repaired me as a child. Where I can come out and do this.
Wait a minute, hold up. Hold up, that was funny. Yo, see, I'm sorry, I'm burping. Yo, God be talking through my burp, y'all. Excuse me, it's not I'm being nasty. That's God. That's not me. Trust me. Yo, I gotta rewind that part, yo. If y'all don't mind. That was funny as hell. Back to back. And then he picked up the paper. The paper that the young man went and got. The nice young man that went and got it. And he didn't say thank you to yet. Hold up.
Black people, they stuck trying to repair all these old broken ass men when they come home from prison, when they stop gang banging, when they old, trying to get their life together at 40. That's why these women gotta go on the girls' night out and suck pussy all the time. Cause these niggas is just now getting their life together and they just getting to be repaired. I went inside a juvenile facility, homie, that repaired me as a child. Where I can come out and do this. I can come out and change laws. I can come out and change legislation. If a nigga go to jail in my city, nigga, I can get him out. I can get him out. Ask Julius Williams. Got caught with some heroin. Your Honor, my client works with Charleston White in the Stop 6 community. Show us some proof, Lisa. They took that 25 to life off the table and gave him 10 years felony probation. And he had just come home from federal prison. Hadn't even been out a year. So I'm effective in my village. So all the people who's affected by what I'm saying.
See, that's what I want to do for my community and some. You feel me? I love being the go-to. I hate when I can't resolve something for somebody. That irks my soul. Ooh, that's why I said I'm just so pressed to, like do what I need to do. you know, and my family, you know, they be having stuff to say, but I gotta stay focused, you know. It's not me I'm fighting for. I don't have no children. I don't want any. You feel me? Everything ain't for everybody. First of all, we ain't messing up my body. Number one. Number two, I just always had a fear and always had this vision of me dying and having a baby. So nah. And how can I be a seer and see my shit and then like come on now, I'm trying to stay here. I got things to do for the people. I sacrificed that baby by not having it, not killing it, but not having it. You feel me? I don't believe in abortion. So y'all know I don't. I feel like if God didn't want you to have it, God wouldn't put it in there, you know? And then the end of the day, have integrity. You got what you deserve, which was a beautiful child because of the hurt that you don't even know that's ahead, which is from the baby daddy. So you're supposed to love that child instead of beating on it, you know? So yeah. Anywho,
The people in my village love it. That's why ain't nothing happening to me. I can go around everywhere in my city. Your brother tell you all the time.
For sure.
I'm loved in my city, homie. And you'll die in my city if you try to do something to me. So
and plus, if I had a baby, I would kill it probably by accident because I'm so clumsy and I don't know nothing about that. Like that, it's just I don't have the time. I don't have the patience. I love to go when I want to go. I don't know. I just no. Hey, maybe I'll be one of them women that had one in my 60s. Who knows? But right now, I'm just not. Nah. Uh-uh.
that's why I stay in my city.
Oh, dang, that's it. Oh, and that's all, folks. Yeah. So if you guys have any comments, hey, leave them below. I was thinking about doing some readings because my cards keep poking out at me, and the letter P is just like trying to say something to me. So I don't know, I might just do it next week. I don't know. I don't feel like it right now because I don't know what the cards mean, and maybe I can just go off my intuition and just look at the cards like I did before, and I'm sure it resonated to somebody because I can do it without the cards. Because I can actually tune in before the person actually comes in the room, if that make any sense. So it could be no people in here, and I can say something, and eventually, when all the people that gathered that was supposed to watch this video watch it, it will resonate to somebody, if that make any sense to you. So maybe I'll do it like that. Right now, I want to take a little nap. I've been up all day. I need to take a little nap, and I'm doing a video at 11. The next one is at 11 something. So I'm gonna do the decode and all that. It didn't even take me an hour to do that, and I'm only doing one section. The first slide. It's 3 slides, but I'm just gonna do the first one. So I think I have like 20. Let me see. I have 23. I did have 20 at first, but I still was finding more. So I was like, let me just keep it like that. I'm supposed to do it with Auntie and Unc, but they haven't got back to me. But I'm still gonna do it with them. So you know how people, do stuff on your channel and then you do it on another person's channel too. So yeah. And then that'll help me embed that in my mind, and then I can go ahead and look for other things in there because I already, discovered that. If that make any sense. So hopefully they'll tune in. I haven't heard from them all day. It's the weekend, so I don't know. I heard from them earlier, but that was it. So I don't know if they're going to tune in or not. They didn't get back to me. I didn't know if they was going live or not. I don't know. But we're trying to figure some things out in photos so we can save our lives, y'all. Save our lives. We can be saved with their skills. Everybody combine their skills together. Trying to figure it out. But anyway, Till why you gotta be laying on my pillow? Why? Thank you, excuse me. He gonna tap me on my shoulder. Come here, Mama. My man Snickers, Mr. Snickers. Ugh, you saw Mr. Snickers. Mr. Snickers is getting really, really big. This is the biggest puppy I ever had. Bill, and they so jealous of each other. It ain't even funny. I can't touch one without rubbing the other one. One could be downstairs. As soon as I pick one up, they just know it, and the other one come flying up the steps. Here, eat some dental stuff because your breath stink. Oh my god. Oh, hey. I know they like don't talk, lady, because when you be drinking and smoking and eating, you don't smell. I'm trying to break it for them. This thing is so ooh, this thing is so heavy. I gotta cut this, y'all. Just with a knife. I don't want to use this chopper. Hold up. Oh my goodness. Oh, anyway, you guys, hold on. Give me 1 second because I gotta close out. Uh, oh, yeah, I'll give y'all a little piece because this thing, I don't like these. Oh Lord, I don't like these. I gotta find another kind for you guys. These are too big. I got little dogs. These are big dogs. Yes, yes. Royal, she's so doggone small. She be trying to chew, boy. I have to break the stuff up for her. Yeah, eat that because your breath stink. And they all trying to lick all in my face. They be rolling on me in the morning. I be like, oh my God, but I love it though. It gets no more loyal than a damn dog. I tell you that, boy. They more loyal than people. And I used to be a cat girl. I never used to like dogs. You know, I mean, not I, I liked dogs, the little ones, but like I wasn't really into dogs like that. But then I started getting into them little fancy dogs. I was given one, and that's what introduced me to one. My old boss gave me a Pomeranian, and that one, yup, and that one peed on my damn floor. I mean, pooped on my floor, and then tried to bite me after I tried to hit her with the paper. Like, no, I said, oh no, this nigga gotta go. And then my second dog was a Shih Tzu. Um, my ex boyfriend, he still got her. He stole her from me, kidnapped her, Medallia. The strippers, one of the strippers named her. When I got her, I took her to the club, and the girls named her. And then I helped another girl get a boy, and the lady from my church gave me them. I paid she was giving them to me, and she needed money for something, so I just gave her the money for what she needed. Like, why would I take it for free and you need money for something? Like, that don't even make no sense. So it all worked out, and then shoot, I made the other girl pay her for it. You know. So no, I had both of them, so I just I gave it to her. I don't even think I charged her for that damn dog. I'm not even sure. But anyway, so and then I had a Yorkie and somebody stole him. He ran out in Florida. But normally, they'll bring him back. But he didn't have his clothes on that day. And they stole him. So now I got a Havapoo and a Cavapoo. A boy and a girl. So the two that I lost, I got back. Boing. Look how God worked. You feel me? That part. God is good. Very, very good. And don't ever underestimate God. Don't ever give up on God. The universe, whatever God you believe in, but just know it's something out there that's powerful and it's above us. Just know that. And I experience literally that energy. So that's why I say, can't nobody convince me otherwise. Can't nobody talk me out of Jesus. I know Jesus' name ain't fucking Jesus, but it says just us. And it is just us. Because guess what? The just us is the chosen. And everybody else is going where the hell they going. And it ain't going to be with us. So it's going to be just us. So either way, it still worked out. And you got to understand, our ancestors were, I mean, I don't understand y'all people. Oh, I'm into alchemy. I'm into this. I'm into that. Well, You fucking full of shit and you sound dumb as fuck because if you what is my point? My point is if you don't believe in God, right? But it's a higher power. Cause ain't no way in the hell you ain't gonna tell me it's no higher power. I'm sorry. If God didn't come see you and you ain't experienced, then it sound like hell is in your path and you need to change your life. You need to get it together. You need to plead to God. But that just us. Oh, that's what I was about to say. Our ancestors, they were in the alchemy. So, okay, you spiritual. So the spiritual people believe in ancestors, right? I'm gonna put right in there. I'm a type, right? Right. So, as spiritual people believe in ancestors. Let me stand up because I feel like I got a church audience, okay? Hey, because I see me preaching, okay? I've been seeing it. I've been trying to run from that. Anyway, so I see that you spiritual and you sitting here believing in ancestors, but the ancestors was doing magic because you know that they was doing alchemy, right? Oh, let me type right. So if they was doing alchemy, don't you think that they took that Bible and they finessed it to where we have our advantage no matter what, even though those goddamn crackers thought that they was motherfucking slick? Do you really think that our ancestors is that motherfucking dumb and you're that motherfucking smart? Come on. They put shit in that book. And if you listen to one of my previous videos, which I say it right now, I read that word. I don't even know what chapter it was. I don't know. But I end up reading the Bible twice anyway, right? So I'm lying. I read the whole Bible twice, and then I read the New Testament. So I read the New Testament twice and the Old Testament once. So do you really think that you that motherfucking smart and they that motherfucking dumb? Because if you look at some of them Egyptian sculptures and stuff like that, them motherfuckers was wearing watches. They had watches and shit then. You feel me? And they probably had flying cars. It probably wasn't even no goddamn UFO. Probably was a flying car, and that's where they got the Jetsons from. And they overseas right now trying to make cars fly. I think by 2030. But probably before that. But I know something in the threes is going to definitely happen. They gotta happen. And I'm seeing like 31, maybe 31. But that one means something, that zero means so it could be between 30 and maybe 35. But then you got the 7 too, that means something. Then you got that 8, that means something. Then you got that 9. It's somewhere in that 3. Somewhere in them threes, it's going down. So being Christian, I was reading the Bible and I walked into a wall. I was high as hell. Mind you, I wasn't smoking weed, no nothing. I was high as shit. Because God said, you want to get high? I get you higher than what you ever, because you always call me girl. I used to hate that shit. I had to get used to it. Like, why you keep disrespecting me calling me girl? And it sounded like my great grandfather because he always used to say, the girl upstairs, the girl upstairs. So that's probably my great grandfather. And he loves so many boy. He cried when the cops made me leave. Anyway, so what was I saying? So I walked into the wall. I was with my cousin and her homegirl, which I wanted her to be my mentor, but she lied on me and I wasn't allowed in the building. I'm like, what the hell? This bitch is evil. And we family? Oh shit. Oh hell no. I got some slimy people in my motherfucking family, but don't we all, right? I ain't got time for that. I stay away from them. But anyway, so when God said he'll get me high, I thought that shit was a joke. That shit was dead ass real. And it's literally spells in that book. If you anybody know about black magic or like magic like that, because I don't. All I know is God tell me what to do and I do it. And that's my alchemy. And I get results. So I don't know about. But nobody else. But yeah, our ancestors incorporated what we need. The Bible means basic information. Wait a minute, let me see. Hold up. Basic information before leaving Earth. All right, let me see. Let me type that in. The Bible means basic. Oh, my glasses. Basic information before leaving Earth. So our ancestors is giving us basic information before leaving here because we need that information. And that those spells and those, even when you look at, if you read in the Bible and you look at it long enough, start looking at the gaps, it start looking like something. If you look at it long enough, I'm telling you, y'all got to stop playing. You feel me? Stop the fuck playing. Nobody's playing. Nobody's playing. You got to look at that book. When you start looking at that, that's like not even that book. When you look at any book and you look at it long enough, the pages start, the gaps and the spaces in between it start looking like things. So no matter what, every religion reference is that book. So just when they thought that they was fucking us, we was fucking them. And don't think that our ancestors were so fucking stupid that they gave them every motherfucking thing. They didn't. And they put it in their Bible. And church ain't nothing but preschool. It's like the Catholic, the Islamic, and the churches. They're what it is they are schools. Like you got high school. Wait a minute, you got preschool, you got kindergarten, you got junior high, you got high school, and you got college. You got 5, right? So you got Islamic, you got Muslim. Oh, I said that. You got Muslim, uh, Christianity, got Muslim, Christianity. What is the other one? Um, Muslim, Christianity. What's the other one? I know Jehovah Witness, because that means something, especially when they don't believe in blood transfusions and all of that, because you're not supposed to do that. We're not supposed to do that. We're supposed to just go ahead and go. But we're supposed to use natural herbs. And if you go, you go. But we transmute. I mean, we ascend. Sorry. Oh, what was the other one? But it's 5 though. And you have different and you have to learn from these churches. You have to learn. That's why I said test the spirit by the spirit. You have to learn the Islamic. You have to learn the Christianity. You have to learn the Catholic. I'm sorry. Yeah, you gotta learn the Catholic. You gotta learn the Jehovah, and there's one more. I don't know what that is. Oh, the Israel life. So you got your 5. You combine them all together, and that's your book. It's hidden, and there's clues hidden in all of that. Y'all gotta sit down at the table, whether you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, stop. Get your butt out his face. Come here. She must be in heat because she keeps trying to put her. I ain't never see a dog try to get another dog to eat their ass. And she, get off of me. And he gonna come licking me in my ear. If y'all would have seen that, y'all would have rolled out laughing. That was funny. Yeah, she keep every time I turn all day. She been trying to sit on his face. I mean, I ain't never knew dogs do it. I never had 2 dogs at one time, and all my dogs was virgin. Okay. So yeah, don't look at me like that. Don't do that. And you too young to be having some babies next year. Next year. The hell? Threw me off. I see now my parental like, is she sitting on his face? Pray for us over here, y'all. And he like, nah, bitch, get out of here. He been rejecting her all day. He ain't trying to be hitting. Like his balls is still his balls is not even horizontal yet. They still like, vertical. Like nigga. But he been getting hard lately though. But he been marking her though, like peeing on her or near, like real close to her. When she go to the bathroom or whatever. So I don't know, but he ain't ready yet. So I don't know if she playing or what, but she fresh. But their mama used to be a nympho, so you know what I mean. It's like, I mean, can animals pick up? I know they can pick up your characteristics, but like, I think it is a little deeper than that. Look, Black Magic probably gonna steal that too. Nigga, get your ass off my damn live. Mm-hmm. Don't let me start calling out names. Shut up. But anyway, so yeah, so that's how I feel, and that's what the Lord been ministering. No confirmation on it though, but definitely, that's how I feel. You know. So anyway, what's life without love and laughter? Even if you gotta hug yourself, hug somebody. Never think that you're better than anybody because you're not. And guess what? You ain't the smartest person on this planet, so wait a minute. So if you don't know what I know, you still smart? No, bitch, you still stupid too. And especially if you're not using 100% capacity of your brain, just like I'm not, right? So don't judge nobody. Remember, hurt people do hurt things. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe out here. And I'm thinking about doing a reading. I'll see how I feel. I'll see. I don't know. All right, but until the next video, y'all take care. Anyway, I'm up out of here. Deuces. Get off of him.